Hey guys, Sharky here, and I'm back, bringing you a review of Calibur 4 in Snake Edition, as you can see. Yeah, it kind of hurt, man, but I'm pumped for this. I am excited because I am a fanboy of Calibur, and I will admit it right now, my favorite fighting series. But in that case, I will not be biased, and in fact, I'm going to judge it harder because I'm a fanboy. And I love the first three. So let's get right into this. Presentation of the game. Well, again, we're looking for steaks and broccolis, of course. The graphics in this game. And like every other Calibur game, graphics are absolutely fantastic. Best of any fighting game. Really crisp sword animations. Really crisp movement. Really strong character texture. This is fantastic graphics. I remember Calibur 3 had like the best graphics almost any PS2 game, and Calibur 4 probably some of the best graphics at the time. Obviously it's progressed. This is a little bit older, but it's good to review like all the games no matter how old they are. But sound, again, really crisp. When you play this game, you're gonna feel you can kind of feel like you're the character. It's very well done graphics and sound wise. So both of them, I'm gonna give them 2 big stakes. I love it. No, I don't got any complaints with the sound. Everything sounds fine. Everything blends well graphically. Yeah. Now I'm going to go into cutscenes. So this is basically like before and after, contests and during the story. And I have to say, this fucking sucks. Like, before and after fights, like, okay, whatever. But the cutscenes elsewhere in the other modes are pretty bad. Like, I know this has never been a strong point of the series, and I'm still going to complain until they do something about this. But you have, like, good stories, and your cutscenes are just, like, fucking awful. Like, and this is something I never really liked about Calibur. Cutscenes are bad, but, in a fighting game, how much do the cutscenes actually matter? But I don't like them. I'm going to give them just flat up -2 I'm just going to give them 2 broccolis. Like, they can just enjoy their broccoli because they can't make cutscenes. Pretty bad. I mean, it's all out of whack, too. Like, yeah, you know what? Just forget about the cutscenes. They suck. Alright, let's go to the game modes. This is really important in this game. This game offers a good amount of game modes. So I'll start with the story mode. Yeah, this fucking sucks. And story in in fighters, kind of irrelevant, but you got like 5 stages in the story mode. It takes like 5 minutes to beat. Like, really? Like, this is just awful. Like, this story just seems like they just threw it in there. Like, it's really bad. The actual tales aren't, like, the actual story of the characters is pretty good. It's just, like, this shit just sucks. Like, I don't know what to say. You get another 2 broccolis for that. I mean, I'm not sure what they're doing with this. The cutscenes and the stories are fucking awful. It's probably, like, the 2 worst parts of the whole game. Like, just bad. Arcade mode. And there's, like, a tower mode. And personally, these are both hit or miss. I personally love the arcade mode because it like actually scales with difficulty. So I'm not really sure. They have like this thing where I love this about Calibur games. Like, the better you play the arcade, like I'll go on right now, play an arcade, it'll be easy as fuck. But the next time I play the arcade, it'll be challenging and like to a higher skill level. And I just love this about this game. Arcade, really well done. Bravo on the arcade. the challenge mode, the tower mode, you do objectives. This shit is like hit or miss, and I don't like it. It has like weird stuff to do. I don't like it. I know a lot of people play the game like this, but it's not for me. In that case, I'm gonna have to give 2 steaks and a broccoli to the arcades and challenge modes. And then the final mode is online and offline multiplayer. But offline multiplayer has to do more with the actual like gameplay, so I'll talk about that later. Online, hit or miss. Like the connections are really like hurt it, like in all fighting games. But sometimes you get really good connections, and it's pretty fun. I enjoy playing the online. It's not super competitive. There's like different modes, like using a custom character or using just the standard characters. It can be fun. But of all all fighting games are meant to be played offline. Like, so how good is this? Like +1, -1. Not gonna do much more than that. You're just played offline, like all fighting games. Okay, now we just go into the gameplay. I'm gonna start with the characters because as a Soul Calibur mark, I fucking love the characters in this game. And boy, do I love the characters in this game, and they don't disappoint by putting the same characters in the game. This is just a hint because Soul Calibur 5, if you've watched my video on 555 count, yeah, you'd have to go watch that video. You'll see the burial of. What I'm saying is the characters are fucking great. No reason to change them from 3. They're just amazing. And on top of it all, we added more characters. And really hit or miss on the Star Wars characters, Yoda or Darth Vader. Personally, I really like them. I think they fit well in the game. But there's The Apprentice, too, from that other game. I personally really like them, and I feel like they fit well into the mix of characters that we have. Speaking of characters, you really get to know these characters if you played all the games. You get to know Nightmare and Siegfried, the 2 main characters. You get to know like your specific characters. For me, I play Amy, and I do prefer my rapier swords. So I just enjoy her little storyline with Raphael. It's kind of weird, but you got Mitsurugi back. You got Astaroth. You got all the classics. Everyone that you would want is in the game. So characters +2, 0. It's what you'd expect from a Soul Calibur game. Very strong characters. You get very invested in characters in this game. That's for sure. There's no... yeah, and also adding to that is actually the character creation. The customization in this game. You can make your own character. And this is just fantastic. Like, you can customize your own character. And there's very detailed customization in this game. Very good. I tend to not really look at that. Like, you could do some fun stuff with it. But in fighting games, I tend to try to stick with the actual gameplay, so I'm not going to give that its own category. But if you're into that customization and stuff, this has the best customization of any fighting game you're ever going to play. Next up is balance. I gave 2 steaks and 0 to the characters, by the way. I think I said that. Balance of this game. I don't know what to say about the balance. This is one of those... They did a good job, and then there's a few fuck-ups. So, like, overall, they did a really well job. Every character seems viable, except a few, but there's just, like, really fucking annoying shit in the game. Like, really spammable spells with certain characters that are just like really hard to deal with. And I just have to say this, Cervantes is fucking broken as hell. Like, there's characters like him that are just pure broken. Like, the characters, they were fine in like the other games, and now they put him in this game. Especially with if you play online, he's fucking like nearly impossible to beat because you can't properly block and counter his stuff. But even live, like, he's just fucking broken. Like, I don't know what it is about him in this game. And there's others like that seem kind of broken, but he's definitely number one on the broken list. He's not the best character in the game. He just feels stupid. Like, they just need to... There's only a few like this, but for the most part it's well balanced. But it really does hurt the game. Like, because a lot of people play, like, some of these characters are just broken. And it's just really annoying. So, that was just one example. Balance, +1, -1 on this. I'm not going to go crazy and giving you negatives or positives. It's pretty decent. Game mechanics are fantastic. Probably the best. Soul Calibur has the best game mechanics of any fighting game, like, flat up. I might sound like a fanboy saying that, but it's the truth. Like, the block system feels pretty good. The attacks feel pretty strong. It feels pretty rewarding to do it. Nothing is really game-breakingly stupid. The characters feel fine. Yeah. Just +2 on that. 2 stakes for that. Fun factor. It goes along to what I just said. Like, this game is really fun to play offline. As of all I've said in this, just this game's fantastic offline. As long as you have someone to your skill level, and this is actually this is kind of a small issue. One of the issues with Soul Calibur is, unlike other fighting games, it's not very noob friendly. Like, sure you can spam buttons, but against a seasoned Soul Calibur player, you're gonna get face stomped. Like, basically, I'll go play with my friend online or like live. It doesn't matter, and he'll win nothing. Like, we'll play like 10 matches, and he'll lose all 10, and it's not even close. And that's not bragging or anything, but this is just an issue. Like, this is not the best party game. Like, the skill levels vary. So, yeah. Replayability of this game is absolutely great. Just because I played so much, and the arcade is really great. You can even replay the story with other characters or try them out, playing with your friends. I have a lot of hours logged on to this, and I'm replayability +2. No negatives on this. This is good. There's even the challenge mode if you like it. Now, here I go to this last subject. I'm going to wrap it up pretty fast. I want to get this under 15 minutes. Compared to the competition and progression, I'm just going to say that this game's fantastic if you like sword fighting games for the compared to competition. So +2-0. And now I'm just going to quickly say that this game is not as good as Soul Calibur 3. And that's really going to hinder it. And I'm going to go into this, actually. I can make this go over 15 minutes. Nah, actually, I don't want to. I'm just going to say that the progression... This game's not as good as Soul Calibur 3. It's close, but it's not as good. So there's not much else to say. If you played Soul Calibur 3 and you played Soul Calibur 4, you'll notice Soul Calibur 3 is just better. But this isn't a review of Soul Calibur 4. So, overall, the totals, 19 steaks, 9 broccoli. So I'd give it about an 8.6 average score. I'm pretty harsh on the game. I love this game, but it's a great game. Go get it. But I don't want to go overboard with the score because Soul Calibur 3 is better. So I hope you enjoy this review, guys. First-person shooting genre next week.